In the new Mandalorian Season 2 TV spot that released yesterday, we hear Moff Gideon say, "You have something I want, it will be mine." Obviously, he's talking about the child. And I have to say, I love Baby Yoda. Not in that OMG I need a plushie Baby Yoda, OMG I need a Baby Yoda shirt, OMG Baby Yoda so cute. I mean, Baby Yoda is all those things. But I love Baby Yoda as this symbol of innocence, as this seemingly defenseless little thing that desperately needs help and guidance and security and protection. It's such a clever juxtaposition, the child, innocence, Mando, rough and tumble. I love it. I think it was a really clever way to give the audience an unlikely pair to root for. The first thing that I got from the new TV spot and the first trailer is that I have a suspicion that Mando is going to be more kind of a part of a crew than he was in Season 1. It looks like Greef and Cara Dune might be marching side by side with him on this journey. And then again, if Season 2 follows the same path and rhythm and pace as Season 1, this all could be from one episode, right? This footage of them together could be from one episode. Season 2 could ping pong from place to place and people to people just as fast as Season 1 did. Who knows? Would I like to see Mando more of a part of a season-wide crew? I don't know, man. I kind of liked that fast pace. They can't settle down, can't trust anybody, kind of on their own thing that was going on in Season 1. So yeah, I don't know what I want, but I have a sneaking suspicion that there will be a more concrete season-wide group. Who knows? I'm babbling. At the beginning of this TV spot, just like at the end of Season 1, we see the Darksaber, and I'm really curious how the show will tell an unfamiliar audience, maybe somebody, that didn't watch the Clone Wars, isn't really familiar with it, just sitting down to enjoy The Mandalorian, right? And I'm curious how the show is going to tell them what that Darksaber is, the history behind it and all that. I'm sure if it's done, it'll be done through some kind of expository dialogue, but at the same time, I don't know if it's really that necessary to feed all that information, Just could be some relic from the past, and that's all they know about it, right? For the uninitiated, I suppose. You don't need to know the long history of this Darksaber to know that it's kind of cool and maybe has some kind of importance. And for those who know the Darksaber's history, it will be cool. It will add more of a cool factor, I suppose. And for those who don't, it'll be cool too. And maybe the Darksaber isn't all that important to Mando. Maybe it's history, what it represents. Maybe he doesn't really care anymore now that he has a different path, a different mission, now that he has this child to protect. Maybe he'll want to just make sure Moff Gideon doesn't have the Darksaber, not because of, that's my people's Darksaber, but more because, hey, I don't want that thing to cut me in half, right? Anyway, I'm really curious how the Darksaber will play a role in all of this. As audience members, I think we tend to put more importance on things than the characters in the story might put on things, if that makes sense. Man, it feels so weird that we're getting a new season of The Mandalorian in, 2 weeks? We're living in a different Star Wars world, man. I have a question for you guys, though. I have a question. Why do you think The Mandalorian works so well? For pretty much everyone that I've talked to. I have a hard time putting my fingers on it. It's fun, it's really fun, and I enjoy it a lot, but it's super simple, right? And maybe that's what it is. It's just kind of fun, it's super simple, not exactly the most challenging thing, doesn't really take any monumental risks, pretty straightforward, and I like it for all those reasons. And at the same time, I don't want all Star Wars to be this, right? That would be boring, right? Anyway, what do you think it is that makes The Mandalorian receive such what seems to be universal praise?